Nsellem lilkom it-telespettaturi ta' Xejk, il-programm Local Anger jarġa' jkun magħna l-ġimgħa oħra ftit ġranet il-bord mill-Miriet u minn hawnhekk nixtieq nawgura l-Miriet it-tajjeb lilkom il-telespettaturi ta' Xejk ma' dit-sena oħra bażikament u il dan il-programm ser ikompli jagħti promozzjoni bħal dejjem lill-mużika lokali kif dejjem għamel. Il-Facebook page tagħna hija importanti li tkomplu segwa fejn hemmhekk sibu diversi post fejn fost oħrajn dejjem niżommukom ukoll aġġurnati b'dak kollu jkun qed jiġri anke bl-intervisti li saru l-ġimgħa l-oħra. Fl-ewwel parti tista' tgħid illum il-programm kollu ser ikun dedikat b'intervista wkoll interessanti ma' Richard Hubbard. How are you?
Hello, mate. No, it's really nice to be back again. Thank you very much. It's like third time now.
The third time.
Getting a habit. Every time it's something different, which is great.
Yeah. The last interview was last March, I think.
Yes, it was. This is actually, we're in the same year this time. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's brilliant. I'm glad. Thank you very much for inviting me back.
Before we start, you got a particular adventure before you...
Yeah, I came from the airport. I dropped somebody off at the airport and I pretty well knew the way. Came down by the racecourse. Thought that's the turning I want, but so much traffic. I thought I'll go down, turn around when it's quiet. But I went a little bit too far and ended up in the Master Circus. So there was a kind of a panic there. Where do I go now? But there's a little road that I've never been down before. So I thought, well, it goes in the right direction. I'll take it and see what happens. Unfortunately, back round and here we are. I managed to make it on time.
Now you're here.
Yeah, made it, yeah.
So we'll be talking through the music videos and singles released this year.
Yes.
There are 6 music videos that will be...
I was a bit naughty. You said 5, but
5, but now
I gave you a spare.
Just a bonus track. We'll be watching 6 music videos.
Okay.
We'll be talking about the bands and artists that you have chose. First, airport impressions.
Well, it's been a hell of a year, really. Absolutely fabulous. I mean, as a lot of people remember, they were at opening at Isle of MTV, a massive set, absolutely brilliant. And I believe they had Claudia Faniello on with them doing extra vocals. So it was just totally superb. It just kind of showed that they are a big band. You know, they stood their own on that stage and were equal to any I've seen outside of Malta. So yeah, absolutely fabulous. And the year went on from there, really. I was lucky enough earlier in the year to be invited to the launch in Valletta of Mariette, which very admirable. It was all the proceeds went to charity, which is brilliant. So it was a nice little event. It's an utterly brilliant video. I love it. It's kind of man fights against adversity and wins. And of course, your very own Ryan Gallia was had the starring role, climbing the pole, getting the jacket. Brilliant, loved it. So yeah, I thought, and it's a great tune, and of course the title track for the album. Then the year got even better. They were invited to appear at a huge festival in Scotland.
They went to Scotland,
in Midstock. It's the main festival in Scotland every year. It's held in the grounds of a huge, great big stately home. Many thousands of people go there for the day. It's one day, and there was the Animals, Lost Prophets, and all sorts of other terrific bands. And Airport came up there pretty well up, just under the head of the bill. And I was greatly impressed because they were in a country they weren't known. And been a good bit of promo by the fabulous Shireen Ryan Wells, their PR lady, and she kind of put them on the map before they got there, but the public, they were a new band, an unknown band. So I was very interested to see what the reaction would be. And by about a quarter of the way through their set, people had got off their chairs and they'd all moved to the front of what we called a moshing pit at the front of the stage, and were really getting into the music. And by the end of the set, they were leaping up and down and having a great time and really enjoying Airport Impressions.
Of course, Airport Impressions will be remembered this year. So it was quite a success for them to go to Scotland.
Yes.
And you met an American person there, right?
Oh yes, well, yeah, Cherie and Ryan Wells. I mean,
Yeah.
we're great friends on Facebook and Twitter, but we'd not actually met. And Shireen first heard the band on my show and kind of went, oh wow, they're so good, who are they? So I told her. And so then I introduced her and Errol, and the rest is history really. She does their stuff and puts them out there. I mean, they've had hundreds of radio interviews across America, UK, etc. now. Magazine interviews. I mean, their music is becoming quite popular abroad. I mean, I actually get requests on my show for them now. So yeah, I think it's brilliant. Recognition's great. It takes a lot of work though. It takes a lot of work.
Yes,
It does. It doesn't happen overnight.
We'll be watching the first music video from Airport Impressions, Marriott, and then we'll continue with the interview with Richard.
Onto the land of avenue, your kingdom reigned over our hearts. Took time to mend and cure the rest. House of Marriott took us from the sand. Yours.
So let's go to another music video after we watched the Airport Impressions Marriott. Now it's time for the New Victorians.
Yeah, two very, very talented young ladies. I first met them a couple of years ago at Earth's Garden, and they were on one of the side stages. I'd actually gone to see Airport Impressions for the Marriott launch. But I was having a look around, listening to all the music as I do, and I came across these two very talented young ladies on stage, had a chat with them. They sent me their first single, which I played on the show. Then the album followed. Actually, I met them here year before last.
Yes.
You were interviewing them the same day as you did me.
Yes.
So yeah, massively talented young ladies. Both, I believe, live in the UK now. But the album, Seeker Seeker, is just one you've got to have in your collection. They are very, very different. They don't sound like anybody else. They're unique. Great musicians and write great songs. And this particular one is actually one of my favourites off the album, called Great Divide, and I really like it. And I wish them all success. And I've been greedy. I'm looking forward to the next album, whenever that may be. So.
In fact, here's the second music video from the New Victorians and the Great Divide.
Black and blue, stuck in a loo, they found you in a shoebox once with Crocs. Lay your locks, my heart's in half, I heard your laugh. My heart's in half, I heard your laugh again. And then you caught my eye and you caught my heart, and I felt loved, I felt alive. We're not alone, no, we're going home someday. We're not alone, no, we're going home someday. Load on your head, you work for your bread with love to shed. Flies and fleas, weak at the knees, still smiling cheese. My heart's in half, I heard your laugh. My heart's in half, I heard your laugh again. And then you caught my eye and you caught my heart, and I felt loved, I felt alive. We're not alone, no, we're going home someday. We're not alone, no, we're going home someday. The continents provide a great divide. I know I've yet to meet on the other side. Though continents provide a great divide, I know I've yet to meet. Though continents provide a great divide, I know I've yet to meet on the other side.
The New Victorians and the Great Divide, and now let's speak about the importance of PR and use of media nowadays.
I I say it every time I come, actually. This is the third time now. But it really is vitally important for any artist, band, singer that want to raise their profile outside Malta. I mean, if they're happy just being having a good profile in Malta, then fine. But if they would like to achieve more into Europe and America and UK, then PR is vitally important. And Facebook is a more, in my opinion, that's only my opinion, a more limited tool. Twitter is more instant. Once you have to learn to use it and how to make it work for you. But you can, I mean, I was showing somebody here today. I've just had a guy from USA. He's got 200,000 followers. He's just followed me because he's found me on Twitter. We're now interacting. I'm going to play his music. And my posting on his pages to say that will increase my profile greatly.
Yeah, of course.
This needs to happen with artists in Malta. Use photographs, links to, if they've got SoundCloud, brilliant. Put the link in a post so that people will click the link and go and listen to their music. I mean, I can actually back this up with success that's happened. Is you have a fabulous young soprano here called Gabrielle Portelli, who currently has a single out called The Voice. She has a good SoundCloud profile. She's so far had around about 345,000 plays worldwide on her SoundCloud profile by using Twitter to promote the fact that she's
by using links and...
Yep. She's had her current single, The Voice, has had 145,000 plays. That's immense. And through that, she's managed to get onto Classic Radio Paris, which is a national station, Classic Radio New York, which is also a national station, and hosted by a well-renowned tenor, Jonathan Estabrooks. She's been played in Italy now. They've played a couple of her songs in Italy, and also in South Africa. And this has all come from social media. You know, put yourself out there. People will find you.
The use of social media is important now.
It's
part of our life now.
I mean, you see, I can't remember the young man's name. He's a young American. He started out on a YouTube channel writing his own songs, not Justin Bieber.
Yes,
he's another one that did it. But this young lad is probably in excess of that, and he's only 19, 20. He's a worldwide star. But he started out in a small town in America, putting his music up on YouTube. People spotted it, liked it, played it. Suddenly, he's a teenage sensation.
Recently, Canvas Wall have released a new EP as well.
Yes, they sent it to me.
And we'll be watching as well, Close to the Edge, very soon.
Yes.
But first, your comments about...
I like Canvas Wall, and they've got the hang of the media thing. They are on the pace. And I tend to find... I'm not trying to be derogative, but I tend to find artists that leave Malta and go and live in London, etc., get the hang of it. They realise it clicks. They know suddenly what they need to be doing, and Canvas Wall have done that. And they're on me. They want a radio interview with me. They want to come down to my studio. But this has all been done by social media. I've not yet met them. I know they've just been to Rome and done a concert in Rome.
Yes.
And I believe they're back in London right now. And a good band.
In fact, one of the members is Italian. So
Okay, well that's good. Yeah.
Yes.
A good link there to get yourself gigs around. So Canvas Wall, one to watch, I think. Yeah.
So now we'll be watching Close to the Edge by Canvas Wall, and we'll continue with the interview with Richard.
Let's get away, let's go far. We won't tell anyone where we are. This is our time to get out. Let us go find what life is all about. If I run close to the edge and I fall, there's no one to catch me at all. If I run close to the edge, If I run close to the edge and I fall, there's no one to catch me at all. If I run close to the edge, let's cross the borders of our minds. We'll conquer everything we find. There are no rules to show us how. There is no time, 'cause the time is now. If I run close to the edge and I fall, there's no one to catch me at all. If I run close to the edge, if I run close to the edge and I fall, there's no one to catch me at all. If I run close to the edge, where are you now? Are you with me somehow? Where are you now? Are you with me somehow? If I run close to the edge and I fall, there's no one to catch me at all. If I run close to the edge, if I run close to the edge and I fall, there's no one to catch me at all. If I run close to the edge, if I run close to the edge and I fall, there's no one to catch me at all. If I run close to the edge.
Let's continue with the interview. 22.
Yes.
They are.
That's something I came across very, very recently. The young lady concerned, I hope I pronounce her name, Adelcy.
Odelsi and Loredana.
That's it. Well, she
Yeah,
suddenly
okay.
popped up again on social media. She found me on Twitter, I think it was, and sent me a link to the song, which I liked. I hadn't actually seen the video then. And so, yeah, I took on what she sent me the song, again, via the internet. And I played it a couple of times on my show. I played it 2 shows in a row, actually. Sunday, which is my new music show, and on the Monday, my afternoon lunchtime show. And I've seen since the video, and I was well impressed with the video. I believe it was done at MCAST. And it was they did a green screen,
Yes.
and then added all that lovely effect with the sound coming from through the floor, through the blue.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I loved it. And the dancer in the middle. And I thought that was a great effect. I know she lives and studies in Worcester in the UK. And yeah, she's learning the art of social media as well.
Yeah,
so it's all very good. But I love the single. I thought it was really, really nice. And so it was just it's a late addition to my list. When you said to me, what would you like, I kind of got an idea, but I had to pop that one in.
In fact, artists nowadays in Malta are releasing very professional videos.
Yes, they are. Yeah,
So
it's great.
It's great.
It's great.
It's great.
But you've got to. I mean, you've got to, because music fans, and I'll certainly talk from the British aspect, they're very, very critical. British music fans are great fans of music. I mean, you'll go to a gig and they'll be totally, utterly focused on what's on stage. They won't be talking to each other, they'll be there. I recently went to a concert by the fabulous Leanne Lahavas, and she reduced the 2,000 people, she reduced to the size of your living room. And there was utter silence from 2,000 people. They just focused on her and what she got to say and what she got to sing. And that's, how discerning the British public are. You know, they love music, they love the new music, and if you make it in that environment, you know, it's great because they appreciate. I spoke to the busker not long ago, and they'd done some gigs in London, and they were quite astounded how far people would travel to come and see music, and how they stand there and enjoy, because that's why they've come. You know, they come to see what's going on and listen and enjoy, and that's.
In fact, we'll be talking about the busker
Yeah, we will.
very soon,
Yeah.
and we'll be talking as well about Lauren Aquilina.
Yeah.
But first, 22, and When I See You Now, the next music video.
When I was 16, I thought love was right here beside me. You gave it all, I had it all. I felt so good till I opened my mind and I realized you're not so right. When I see you now, you're dancing all alone, feeling like you have it all, even though you really don't. And now I know that behind your cheeky smile you've had for such a while, there's a million trillion lie, and it goes a little like this. You think you're so lovely, our friends are. Such a while, there's a million trillion lies, and it goes a little like this. I have been told not to fall for the boys who seem to be pretty and charming, but boy, it's such a shame that you've had to be vain. When you see my face, say my name, think again. When you see me now, I'm not dancing all alone, feeling like I have it all, even though I'm without you. And now I know that behind your cheeky smile you've had for such a while, there's a million trillion lies, and it goes a little like this. And it ends a little like this.
So, the next music video now is from the busker, It's Alright.
Yeah, as I said to you earlier, I met the busker a couple of years ago. They were doing some production work for somebody else, but they put me in touch with their music, their first lot of music. And of course, now they've got the new EP out, and I'm glad to see that it's well up in the charts here, the PRS charts. I believe it was #1, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so
yes,
big
yes,
congratulations to the guys. They've got a unique sound. It's
true.
not one
It's
that
true.
you hear, which is great, which is what it's about. I mean, I personally love to hear a song by an artist, not know who it was when I hear it, but know after listening to it, because it's a unique sound to that artist. Yeah, it's not borrowing something from somebody else. It's their own unique. And so some of the bands that I've mentioned here today, I mean, the New Victorians, for instance, they are unique. The Busker are unique. Airport Impressions are unique. They have their own sound, and it's not somebody else's. It's not. You can't relate it to other stuff.
When you hear it, you say...
You know it's Airport Impressions. Yeah, absolutely. You hear Errol's voice. That's so distinctive. You know, and yeah, with the busker, that's because I kind of like that sort of music. There's a band out there from Holland called Caro Emerald, and that's a nice bouncy sound, and that's unique. And the busker, they're doing that, and I really like it, and I hope they carry on and have great success with that EP.
So now we'll be watching the busker, It's Alright, but after the promotional adverts, and we'll be continue with the interview with Richard Sona.
I've got a heart and soul. I've got a heart and soul. I'm alive. I got blues, I got muse, I got it all right, figured out life without you. It's alright, I got soul in my voice, got a heart and speaks louder than this noise, and I got voice. It's alright, got the blues, got a heart and aches, got a soul that makes me feel alive. I got time, make up my mind. I gotta learn how to put it all behind, and I got time. It's alright, got the blues, got a heart and aches, got a soul that makes me feel alive. Got a heart and aches, got a soul that makes me feel alive. Love for the rhythm and blues. Love for the rhythm and blues. Love for the rhythm. Love for the rhythm. Love for the rhythm and blues. Got a heart and aches, got a soul that makes me feel alive. Got a heart and aches, got a soul that makes me feel alive. Heart and aches, got a soul that makes me feel alive. Got a heart and aches, got a soul that makes me feel alive. Got a heart and aches, got a soul that makes me feel alive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got a heart and aches, got a soul that makes me feel alive.
So we have watched the busker, It's Alright, music video from this band. Now we'll be talking about Lauren Aquilina. In fact, Lauren Aquilina last October announced on her Twitter and Facebook
Yeah.
that she was no longer going to be writing music,
No, she's no longer be performing.
performing.
But she is going to be
She will
writing
be writing for
other artists.
Other artists,
yeah.
right? Yes.
But her performances kind of are on hold.
And the fact the last album was
Oh, it's
isn't
brilliant. It's so good. It was
Stranger.
just so good. It really
Yes.
is. I mean, I've been following Lauren long before she got her deal with Island Records. I mean, when she was doing pubs, clubs and travelling around in the family car to go and do these gigs when she was probably 15, 16. And she just writes this soulful... I mean, how one so young can write music like the Fool's EP and the whole series of 3 EPs. They're all... It's based, as far as I gather, on a relationship. The start of the relationship, the middle of the relationship when it's all wonderful, and then the end when it turns sour. And each EP relates to a section of that relationship. And how one so young could do that, 4 tracks on each subject,
Yes.
were brilliant. But she did a really heart-rending interview on BBC Breakfast recently. And she kind of opened up about how she felt and what had happened and the depression. And generally, the music industry is a very, very harsh place. When you're signed to a label, the pressure of be here, do this, be here, and you could be working 12-hour days doing TV, radio interviews, performing in the middle, late night performances, breakfast time performances. When you're the flavour of the month, you are put upon in a great way, and your own life vanishes. And she said that she'd always wanted to be, since the age of 5, wanted to be a singer and make records. But the reality when it happened was obviously wonderful to start with, because you've achieved your ambition. Brilliant album, 3 great EPs, a good body of work for one so young. But the mental pressures, family time vanishes, personal time vanishes. You become something. You become an object for the use of by the record company, because they put a lot of money into you, and they want some back, and therefore that's how it goes. And some artists cope with it, and others don't. The lead singer from Keane, I mean, he fell apart for a couple of years, drugs, drink. He's now fortunately recovered. He's back. He's got a solo album out now, which is very nice, and he's on the mend. But I would think it leaves, mental illness is something that people need to, I think, be more aware of and sympathetic towards, because it's about, we all suffer some form of depression occasionally, and stress. Stress is a mental illness. It's, you've got to, and when this happens, you need help to get through it. Otherwise, it's a downhill spiral.
And it's a pity that Lauren will not be.
I personally, and this is only my personal, so don't take this as anybody else's opinion, but I think that give her a year or 2 years,
There will be a time.
I think she'll come back in her own way, on her terms more, exactly like the guy from Keane's done. He's come back on his terms, and it's how he wants to do it, and he's found it a form of therapy, really. But he's come back his way rather than somebody else's. But I have no doubt that Lauren will pop up. I mean, even great artists like Ellie Goulding's just had a year out. It got too much. She's now just starting to come back. We'll hopefully soon see some more wonderful work by Ellie Goulding. But she suffered from personal problems, all to do with the music industry, or not all to do, but related to where it affects your personal life.
We'll be watching now the music video from Xejk's Fusion, and we'll be talking in more detail about this band, Burn the Day. We have just watched the last music video from Xejk's Fusion, Burn the Day. 6 music videos that were chosen by Richard.
Yeah, this was my like added bonus, sneaky extra one. I came across it. I'm a great troll. I troll. It's my terminology for going through websites and music pages and anything literary. And I saw this, and I've heard of Xejk's Fusion, and then I looked at the video, and I enjoyed the track, and I liked the way the video was done in that isolated place. And so I sat and watched it a couple of times and thought, I'm going to sneak this one in at the end. It's a lovely track. And I thought, well, Christian will either throw it out and say that's too many, don't be greedy, or or it gets played. So thank you, Christian, for putting that extra one in. Great, lovely, wonderful.
We'll be talking now about your revamped afternoon show, right?
Yeah, well, my afternoon show, I mean, my Sunday show is my flagship show. It's where I play all the new artists, and I mean, I'm getting music from all over the world. It quite astounds me, actually, because most Sundays I play 14, 16 new tracks, unsigned artists and by the next Sunday, certainly by the end of the next week, I've got another 14 or 16. My laptop back in my apartment in Aura is jam full. I mean, the last time I went home from Malta, I had a backlog of 3 weeks worth of music, and I only just cleared it before I came out, and now we're at it again. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Twitter. It really is. It's all coming from Twitter. And it's just such a wonderful platform. It really, once you learn to use it, it's such a wonderful platform. So yes, that's my Sunday show. Monday, it was just a case that my Sunday show was very popular, and the management 3 years ago said, would I help fill the schedule and do a Monday afternoon slot, which is generic. I don't plan it. I go in the studio and I pick 28 tunes and talk a lot. The odd guest pops up, and so I do that. But I decided after 3 years of people listening to me rabbit on for 2 hours, I thought I'd change the format a little bit. And I've been looking for a co-presenter for quite a while, and finally I found one. And it was came from an interview. I interviewed my dentist, ladies and gentlemen, she's been my dentist for about 12, 15 years, so we know each other quite well. And she came in, never done radio before, and she talked about her dentistry, but what intrigued me, she is a master cake baker. She makes works of art, and I thought it was kind of ironic. There you are as a dentist going, look after your teeth, not too much sugar. Oh, cakes, eat lots of cakes, chocolate and icing, and yeah, go for it. So we did this interview, and she enjoyed it so much, and she'd never been on radio before, and she listened to the show back because I gave her a copy, and I said, how did you enjoy it? She said, I loved it so much. She said, I'd love to do it again. And I said, well, funnily enough, I'm looking for a co-presenter. How do you feel about it? And bring your thing.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to hear my shows, please go to www.channelradio.co.uk, and we're on TuneIn, we're on Google, Bose, if you've got the Bose app, we're on that, Apple TV, we're pretty well on every app you can think of, really. There's some I don't know. There's some I don't know. We're just everywhere. I mean, we've got well over 1 million listeners, regular listeners, so it's quite popular.
All right.
Yeah.
So it was quite difficult to choose these 6 tracks.
Yeah, because I don't know if I'm supposed to mention it, but there's one can see, or could see, lots of Maltese videos on Maltese TV, which I think is a great idea, because I do sadly feel the Maltese populace do not know much about who their artists are. I mean, I go round and I talk. I mean, I know lots of people here, and I mention artists that I know them personally, I know their music, and they just look at me blank, and they just don't know what I'm talking about. Because they just don't see. So I think any promotion of Maltese artists within the country, you should be proud, ladies and gentlemen. You've got some fabulous artists out here. I mean, the more I dig, the more I find. I mean, not everything's my cup of tea, but there's just a wealth of talent here on this little tiny island. And I really think people should celebrate it and enjoy their own. I mean, yeah, great. Enjoy the world stars, no problem. You know, that's what they're there for. But enjoy your own local talent as well, because I think it's very important for the country. I do, really.
So, to finish up this interview, your last comments to...
Yeah, just do your social media. Enjoy your local artists, celebrate their talent. Yeah, it was really nice being here. Thank you very much for having me back again. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you very much. I have
Been a
enjoyed
pleasure.
the interview. It was a pleasure that you came here for the third time now.
Yeah.
And
Next time I won't get lost.
maybe we'll see you next year now.
Oh,
We'll see.
to be sure. I just await your phone call or message. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you very much, Richard, for the interview. Fil-fatt hemmhekk kellna l-intervista wkoll ma' Richard Hubbard, fil-fatt kellna intervista interessanti miegħu u fejn stajna nitkellmu aktar fid-dettall fuq il-6 music videos li għażelu stess li ħarġu din is-sena minn artisti lokali li segwi wkoll il-xena lokali barra minn Malta u għandu wkoll il-programm tiegħu fejn iduq ħafna diski minn artisti lokali u tajjeb ukoll li tikkuntattjaw jekk għandkom xi single partikolari intom l-artisti li qed insegwu il-programm tal-lum. Jiena wasalt fit-tmiem ta' programm ieħor minn hawnhekk nixtieq nawgura l-festa tajba lilkom il-telespettaturi ta' Xejk, nirringrazzaw ukoll il-direttur ta' dan il-programm Charles Sajt, nirringrazzaw ukoll l-sponsors personali tiegħi lil Serjo tal-Beltu raħa ġdid tal-Xejk kif ukoll il-Christmas suit minn Maf Hairdressing ta' Santa Venera għal xari li jagħmel li wkoll għal kull programm. Niltaqa' magħkom b'aktar programmi ġimgħa dieħla dejjem l-erba' fid-9 ta' filgħaxija. Nirringrazzjakom.